By the way, just let you know.
Brother, oh my goodness. Oh my, no, man. He's looking right across the line. Dimwit, bro. Oh my God.
Cal's crashing out. Cal's crashing out.
Bobby put someone right. Oh my God. For the life of me, bro. Oh my, for the life of me.
No, man fully crashed out. Hey, man, he was at home just watching the game. Man forgot he was definitely on coffee.
He's just chatting to him. He's just chatting to him on the bench.
I wonder if I'll get away with it. No,
you might not deep in it. He was going to bring on Salah, yeah?
Look how much space is on the right-hand side, you, man. What is this? Oh, my. This is a bunch
they're trying to get him sacked.
I'm done, bruv. I've got kids, bruv. It's a Friday. Why am I doing this? I'm done. Bye, man.
Listen. Nah, it's a wrap. Put the fries in the bag.
Oi, get the checkbook out this summer. Hey, Florian. Oh, art thou Florian? I believe you're looking for a new football club, my mate. Hey, England, Manchester, Etihad, this Stad will be playing Champions League football next year, my friend. Yeah, how about you take a little 2-2 Ryanair jet from Leverkusen over to Manchester. We'll get you a nice hotel stay. Little 2-2 medical, £300,000 a week. Couple bonuses thrown in there. 2-2 Ballon d'Or in a couple years. Champions League. Happy days. You want to go Bayern Munich. Little 2032 Bayern Munich driller. Happy days. We get the next up and coming star. Hey, how about it, Florian? Florian. How art thou, Florian?
What did you?
All right, mate. Please.
What did you
You're the
make?
biggest back of Arsenal. What are you going to say today?
I praise.
Are you going to congratulate us for being top of the league? Because you do every day show about Arsenal. Guys, Arsenal. Yeah, you got Arsenal.
And you've kept me here. 1 o'clock is 1:30. I've got work tomorrow. Come back.
Yeah, let's do super chats. Yeah, we spoke.
And you have said, and your whole show, you have not said anything of a substance.
Because you're telling me shit. Asana.
It's 2 hours. You haven't said anything of a substance. We haven't gotten one sentence from you where we can actually discuss. Literally.
The only thing is that
Exactly.
I'm going to win the league.
How can I reply to Asana?
You haven't said anything of a substance.
This guy called the scumbags after waffling for 2 hours.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another daily transfer news, ladies and gentlemen. We've got a lot to discuss. We've got a lot to unpack. You get me? I was outside today, you know, for the people who think we don't go out because we record videos for 2 hours a day. I was outside today, you get me, getting the apartment ready, went to the gym, got the food, all that stuff, and now we're here. We're here to rock and roll, lad. You get me? I'm excited, you know, for this transfer news because Fabrizio is trying to, you get me? He's trying to seduce us, but we will come back to that in a bit. Big up to all of you. Please hit the like button. Please subscribe to the channel if you're ready to do so. Every single one of you, please like and subscribe now. There are 4 topics on today's video: Man United, Man City, Arsenal, and Liverpool. Let me know, who do you want me to start with? Shall I start with Arsenal? Shall I start with Man United? Shall I start with Liverpool? Shall I start with Man City? You guys decide. What do you guys think we should start with? You know, what shall we unpack, lads? What shall we unpack? Let me know. What shall we unpack? Oh, for the first time ever, people are asking for us to start with Liverpool. That's great. We don't talk about World Cup here. We don't. This is not a World Cup stream, buddy. Yalla chat, get involved. Liverpool, Arsenal, Man United, who? Brother, you've just signed another kid. You've literally just signed another kid. You've literally just signed another kid. What are you happy about? Anyway, listen, let me start off with Liverpool. Since you guys, everyone's saying Liverpool today. Fair enough. We can start with Liverpool as well. Big up to all of you guys. Make sure you guys are liking, make sure you guys are subscribing. I like to end with Liverpool usually, but you get me. Today I feel democracy. Today I feel democracy. You get me? Unlike a certain, I was gonna make a joke about walking off the pitch, but I gave him my word, so I won't. Anyway, like, subscribe, and follow me on the Instagram. Now, let's just share. Bradley Barcola's situation remains open as he's high on Liverpool's wrist, as reported for months. If both Diomande and Aklish join PSG, Barcola's future could change in case of big proposal. Liverpool keen since summer 2025. And what we got? Literally today, 14th July, we got the eyes from Fabrizio. We got the eyes from Fabrizio. Is Fabrizio Romano trying to seduce Liverpool fans? That's the question. Is Fabrizio Romano trying to seduce Liverpool fans with the idea of getting Bradley Barcola? Are we getting seduced right now? Or what exactly is going on? Because there is something interesting that I want to discuss with you guys. And this is one of the most important things. This is one of the most important things when it comes to this conversation. Very important. When it comes to, bro, why does he keep doing this? I'm just trying to get his image. Why can't I just open Bradley Barcola's image? Anyway, there's something very important when it comes to this conversation. Put one in the chat if you watched Iraiola's press conference. Put one in the chat if you've watched Iraiola's press conference. Who here has watched Iraiola's press conference? Who here has watched Iraiola's first press conference? Because I did. And if you guys notice, in one of the quotes, Anthony Iraola actually said, we need one more winger. If I go based off what Iraola said, because he said one more winger, if I go based off what Iraola said, him saying one more winger means that the winger has to be of a certain level and a certain quality. That's the truth. Because here's the thing. You're literally a Liverpool fan. You're actually one of the biggest begs, I think, in the YouTube communities. You're by far one of the biggest begs. I'm gonna load up a tweet for you right now where you were pretending to be a Liverpool fan on Twitter, and now you're begging it. Reject Pool. Reject Pool made Messi cry. We beat you 4-0. Remember, we are the ones that own Barcelona. We own Barca. Never forget. We own Barcelona. We are the only English club to win in the Champions League at the Camp Nou. You're a Liverpool fan and then you switch to another club. Sorry, none of us here are pretending to support a football club. We either support or we don't. So I know you can't relate, but like Liverpool fans over here are actually Liverpool fans. But nice one, mate. Thanks. Anyway, back to the topic. Anthony Iraola in his press conference said that Liverpool are going to sign one more winger. Obviously, this is excluding Gakpo leaves. So I'm simply assuming, I think that the four wingers for next season is going to be Gakpo, Rigo Moa, Bradley Barcola, and Victor Munoz. Now, I think I said in the Champions League, that was Europa League, Preston, just shut the hell up. Now, I think if we sign Bradley Barcola, we immediately become a lot better. Bradley Barcola walks in and he becomes directly the best or second best winger in the league. There is no better winger in the league in the Premier League than Bradley Barcola outside Bukayo Saka, I'd say. No one else is better than him. Literally, no one else is better than him. So he walks into the English Premier League and he immediately becomes the second or the best winger in the Prem. That's the thing. And the truth of the matter is, it's very easy for people to go like, I wouldn't take Bradley Barcola because he's overrated. I wouldn't take Bradley Barcola because he's not good enough. I wouldn't take Bradley Barcola because he missed a chance and all this stuff. Okay, who are you going to take then? For anyone who doesn't want to take Bradley Barcola, tell me who you will take. Who? Tell me who else you would take. Who's a better winger than Bradley Barcola? Who? Who's a better winger in the Premier League than Bradley Barcola outside Saka? You can give Saka because he's been consistent and he's done it over a long period of time. But outside Saka, who else is a better winger in the Premier League? Who? I said in the Premier League. Okay, so people are trolling in the chat. So they're saying either names of players that don't play in the league or stuff like this. So for me, I think Bradley Barcola would immediately become the best or second best winger in the league. At this point, I don't care by Barcola, but please not for right wing. Yeah, akhi, yeah, habibi, yeah, Akia. I don't want to call you Akia like the Kopish boys do, but you deserve to get called Akia today. You don't want Bradley Barcola to be signed for right wing. Yeah, akhi, who do you want to be signed at right wing? Who? Because it's very easy for everyone to say they don't want someone, but then who do you want, bro? Don't trigger me. I'm going to get triggered. I'm actually going to get triggered. I really am. And Saka's been consistently shit. Hussam, wow. Yeah, Saka's been consistently shit. Saka's not been consistently shit at all. Saka's been consistent in the Premier League and he's been really good. That's the truth. Big up to Terry for the raid. Big up to everyone just joined us from the Football Terrace. Please do like the video on your way in. Do subscribe to the channel if you're ready to do so. Please, every single one of you, please hit the like button now. Subscribe to the channel if you're ready to do so. Every single one of you, please like, subscribe. Keep getting involved in the chat. Keep letting me know your opinions. Keep getting stuck in and talk to me, people. Get involved in this conversation. Now, this is your final warning. I've warned you before. If you say anything insulting anymore, I'm gonna ban you. So, look, here's the thing. I'm not being blind at all. I'll explain to you. You need to get out of your head that we have a starting right winger and it's not interchangeable at all and it's stuck in a certain system. You need to understand the situation at Liverpool Football Club will become fluid. It will become a fluid situation. The only player that will be in his position regardless is Alexander Isak. This is the thing. Alexander Isak will be the only player that's in his position regardless. And even then, he might drift to the left a little bit with Cody Gakpo going down the middle, etc. I think everyone's just so hell-bent on putting everyone... Tybee Sunderland, he's a left winger as well. Everyone's just so hell-bent on, like, they just want everyone to just play in the same position. Everyone just wants everyone to just be in the same exact position and just, like, not move around the pitch or anything like this. You look at Iraola's system. Iraola's system is not that. Iraola's system is a very fluid system. Iraola's system is a system that's very, like, interchangeable, very flexible. If you look at it last season, Krope used to move to the left. What's his name? What's the name of that blonde kid? Brooks used to move to the right. It was just a fluid system. We need to understand, Iraola's press conference told us a lot of secrets about Liverpool and the thing that we plan on doing next season. Many secrets were told. He said, number one, we're going to sign one more winger. Number two, one of the most important things Iraola said is, Iraola said that the reason I'm not going to change the way I play is because the reason why they brought me to Liverpool is because of the way I play. It's because of my character. Now, of course, he's going to have certain adjustments because you can't play just like same exact intensity at Liverpool and at Bournemouth because we play a lot more games. At Liverpool, we play a lot more games than Bournemouth do. And one of the guys in the press conference said that to Iraola. He said, listen, what's it called? He said, listen, last season, Bournemouth played 40 games and Liverpool played 57 games. Could you play the same exact system? And that's when he gave that answer and he gave that response. And that's my thing. So, yalla, keep repeating it. Here, I'm going to keep it up on the screen. So, for me, this is the thing. Like, when it comes to Liverpool Football Club, I think it's a matter of we need to understand what Iraola is, what his system is, and what we will become under Anthony Iraola. That's the thing. And for me, I think everyone thinking that it's just going to be everyone in the same exact position and the same exact thing every single week in, week out, same exact position. These things won't happen. I think it's going to be a fluid situation. I think it's going to be a fluid system. I think it's going to be interchangeable. I think it will change. I think we're going to have a lot of movement. It's not going to be just like stuck in the same position week in, week out. That's just not going to be the situation for us. We're going to have a fluid situation up top. And that's why when people go like, I don't want Bradley Barcola to be the right winger, but he won't be the right winger per se. It's going to be Bradley Barcola on the right for a little bit, and then Rio on the right for a little bit, and then whoever on the right for a little bit. It's going to be a fluid situation. That's the thing. So that's the thing. And you look at the right wing situation anyway. Who is available on the right wing anyway? Who's available on the right hand side? Who? Ali, I already put it up on the screen. Who's available on the right hand side? Who is a right winger available in world football right now? Tell me. Who's available in the world right now that's a right winger, that's like an amazing right winger? Who? Olise is not available. Like, there is no one available, bro. This is the reality. So that's the thing. So there's no one really good on the right hand side. You know, that's the truth. And that's why we need to sign someone like a Bradley Barcola to come in, and you know, we're gonna have a fluid system and we're gonna have rotation. And this is what PSG do. This is what the successful teams. By the way, like if you look at the France national team, players are playing all around the pitch. The only one that's in the same position is Mbappe. And we can do that with Isak. Just put Isak in the same place. He's already a very good finisher. He's already very good on the ball. He has very good finishing ability, Alexander Isak. The only problem is his fitness. If he can stay fit, we're in good place. But Alexander Isak's finishing is not something that I worry about. So if you put Isak in the same position and you just move around the players around him, you can create a fluid situation. I mean, the other one as well is Florian Wirtz. It's going to be very interesting to see how Florian Wirtz can play next season, because obviously Bournemouth play with a striker, you know, and someone in behind him. So that's the thing. Big up to Akia again. Thank you, Akia. Thank you to everyone who sends in a super chat. Big up to all of you guys. Guys, please like and subscribe. I need you guys' help during the transfer window. This is the period where I need your help the most. Please like the video. Please subscribe. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram. The link is in the pinned comment. So please like, subscribe, and follow me on Insta right here, right now, please. Now, back to the topic. So everyone's just so hell-bent on keeping, like, just we need a right winger who can cut in and shoot. Like, boy, oh, brother, you know I love you. You have defended me so many times in comment sections. But Haytham Hassan has 0 goals in 37 games at Real Oviedo, and he only has 3 assists. So it's not like he's an assist machine or he's a chance creation machine. He literally has 3 assists and 0 goals in 38 games. This Haytham Hassan thing is exactly what United did when they signed Amrabat. Keep this in mind. They signed Amrabat because of the World Cup hype. And we can't do the same thing. Because you want to know something? You're just bantering. World Cup hype means that we could sign a lot of players. It's funny how you accuse me of being biased towards Man United. I've complimented Man United's last 2 signings, but all you do is mock everything Liverpool do. You guys notice so many people in the comment section do this type of stuff. They'll accuse you of being not objective and being biased, and then they'll do the same thing. This is a United fan. Isak is overrated. Wirtz is a flop. Barcola is not one of the best wingers in the league. I've managed to say that Santos is a smart signing. I've managed to say that Tielemans is a smart signing. Your own fan base are complaining about them. But he'll come in here and with no shame whatsoever, he'll accuse me of being biased. Now, let me show you guys the tactical board. As per usual, Sean, nothing new. Let me show you guys the tactical board. He'll call me biased, but he just said Isak is overrated. He outscored Haaland 2 seasons ago. Anyway, this is the Liverpool squad. All of these 5 left. These 2 are injured. Where are they? Sorry, these 2 are injured right here. All of these left. Now, the missing positions, and this is something that, you know, we've spoken about in the past. These are the missing positions. Right wing, here, here, and here. Midfield as well. Now, there is a reason why Real Madrid want McAllister. Everyone can sit up here and pretend that McAllister is a bad player or is a bad midfielder or whatever it is. but he is not a bad player. I think Alexis McAllister is a very good player, and that's why Real Madrid want him. I just think we put him in the wrong positions and ask him to do the wrong things. Here's why many Liverpool fans, including myself, are starting to get worried. The Premier League kicks off in just over a month. The Premier League will kick off in almost 40 days. 40 days, the Premier League will kick off. Just almost 40 days, the Premier League will kick off, right? So, when preseason starts in 14 days, the only new signing that will be in the team is probably Victor Munoz. And this is why we are in a little bit of trouble. This is why we are in a little bit of trouble. These players need to come in, join Liverpool, get integrated in Areola's system, because we have holes in the team. Unlike John James, I can actually be non-biased, and I can speak about the other clubs being non-biased. As things stand, Liverpool are in that grey area. The reason why all of us are worried is because Liverpool are in that grey area, in that grey zone. We're not as bad as Chelsea, but we're not as good as Arsenal. Couple of wrong signings here, we will become as bad as Chelsea. Couple of good signings, we will challenge for the league. This is the reality of Liverpool right now. We're not as bad as the bad teams, but we're not as good as the great teams. This is the truth of the matter. So in order for us to upgrade, in order for us to level up, in order for us to become better, we have to improve the team. We have to improve the squad. One of the things as well, Curtis Jones once again is being linked to Inter Milan. 40 million euros. With all due respect, what am I going to do with 40 million euros in this transfer window? What can I do? Yalla, tell me. Who can I sign for 40 million euros? Who can I sign? Tell me. Who's the player that is such a difference maker at 40 million euros? So let's say we sell Curtis Jones to Inter Milan for 40 million euros. طب حبيبي, what am I going to do with that money? What's something that's life-changing I can do with that money? Nothing. Who? Pointless. Absolutely pointless. If we sign any of those two, there are two names mentioned. If we sign a Kone or a Gomez and we keep McAllister, fair enough, because you have to keep the players in there. This is something, I feel like I keep explaining this and people don't get it. This is something that I'm trying to explain to the people. Even for the ones that want to sell Gakpo, it's the same thing. We don't have enough players. We don't have enough players. We simply don't have the squad depth. We don't have the quantity. Not only we don't have the quality, we don't even have the quantity now, you guys. We don't even have a quantity. We put ourselves in a position now where we need all these things. And you see, people, the smart asses at Liverpool need to understand something. And this is the problem for me with the higher ups at Liverpool, and it's been a consistent. The summers where we buy no one but Chiesa and end up winning the league, it's not because you're a genius. We won the league in spite of you, not because of you. And these summers bite us in the ass 2 seasons later because we're underprepared. And all of a sudden, we need 2 or 3 players. All of a sudden, we need 4 or 5 players. All of a sudden, you need a whole rebuild. As things stand, our forward line needs at least 1 signing, bare minimum, possibly 2. Our midfield needs 1 signing. We need a right back because Conor Bradley is out significantly. We need a center back because Konate is left. And this is not a stable, valid situation for the teams to compete. With Adeyemi and Gordon joining Barca, at the very least, I'd try to get Rafinha. Habibi, I would take Rafinha. Everyone in the chat with a brain cell would take Rafinha. We would all take Rafinha. But the question becomes, is he available? I think it was Fabrizio Romano or one of the Spanish journalists put out a tweet and an article, and they said, with the signings of Adeyemi and Anthony Gordon, Barcelona hope that Rafinha can get back to his previous level. That's what they say. That's what they say. They say that they expect Rafinha to get back to his level. Now, would I take Rafinha? Yeah, I would take Rafinha. I think Rafinha is a very good player. I think he's a fantastic player. He can get past a lot of players. He's very effective in front of goal. He gets a lot of goals. He gets a lot of assists. He would help us. But the problem is, I don't think Barcelona would be willing to sell. That's the thing. I just don't think Barcelona would be willing to sell the player. Like, it's just I wish we could sign Rafinha, you know, like I wish we could. Yeah, I'd try too, Red Lion. I'd try too. Thank you for the super chat. I'd try as well, my brother. I'd try to get him, but unfortunately he just ain't available right now. I don't think there's anything we could do about it. That's the problem. Guys, let's get the likes up, man. We're not even at 100 likes. We got almost 700 people in the building. Let's get the likes up, please. Come on, guys. Let's just get the likes up. No, Konate has not been replaced already. Selection. I know you have the kink to try to be a smart ass in comment sections. You've already been wrong 3 seasons in a row, but you're quick to point out when I'm wrong for like 1 take out of 5 I get wrong. You're very quick to point it out, but you don't point out all your mistakes. We signed Jake when Konate was here, and when Konate came out publicly and said, I think I'm going to stay at Liverpool next season. So let's not lie. So Jake is not the Konate replacement. Anyway, back to the topic. So I think that we need a center back, we need a right back, we need a midfielder, and we need a forward line player. We do. That's the thing. That's the thing. Yeah, Selection is one of the Nunes guys because he creates chaos. But I have higher standards for Salah, so I'm gonna cook him. So yeah, that's the thing. I think for me, we need depth. We need depth, and we need starters too. As things stand, bare minimum, Liverpool need 4 players. Bare minimum. We need a winger, we need a midfielder, we need a centre back, and we need a right back. This for me is 4 bare minimum signings. We can't get any less than 4. Any less than 4, and we're cooked, bro. Any less than 4, and we're cooked. Thoughts on Zabarnia? I'd rather go for Schlotterbeck. Habibi, Schlotterbeck is injured. Schlotterbeck is injured. And the other thing as well, I want to point out to the guys, you know, I feel like this won't happen by me, but it will happen by the people who didn't want Slot sacked. They can't wait to criticize Iraola, I promise you. You want to know why? They're gonna now pretend that this is a good enough team to like win the league and good enough team to like win the Champions League, and they're gonna hold Iraola to this ridiculously high standard. Habibi, with the transfer window going in the direction as it's currently going in, I would be an absolutely disingenuous fraud if I expected Iraola to win the league. Pep Guardiola cannot win the league with the team that we have right now. He can't. Pep Guardiola himself, in charge of Liverpool, cannot win the league with the team that we have right now. He can't. He can't. This is the reality of the situation. We can't play. We can't win the league with the current team as currently constructed. But some people, because they didn't want Slot sacked, and because, you know, they were so like anti, you know, we're not a sacking club, now they're going to go down the other side so much where they're going to put false expectations and crazy expectations on Iraola to win the league, crazy expectations on Iraola to try to win it, and we'll be put in a completely shit situation, in a completely shit position. And that's the problem. You know, that's one of the issues we have right now. As things stand, bare minimum, we need a right back so he can start with Frimpong. We need a center back because Jake and Leone are both young players, so we need one like a bit more experienced player. We need a midfielder if Curtis Jones or McAllister leaves. And you could make the argument we actually need 2 forwards, not just 1, because Ekitike is injured. The other scenario, because we can't speak about what Fabrizio says just from a positive perspective, Fabrizio has done this, you know. Ali, I've already put it up on the screen. We're going to put it up again because you're just going to keep spamming. So Fabrizio has already given us the eyes. One thing we know with Fabrizio Romano is he doesn't give us the eyes for no reason. He gave us the eyes and the French flag today. So him giving the eyes to his initial tweet about Bradley Barcola means that something is happening in the background. You know, Paz spent the start of the transfer window going like, don't talk about Barcola, blah, 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 blah. And now look, Fabrizio is giving us the eyes. So I see a world in which we do sign Bradley Barcola. And that will be an incredible world. However, Bradley Barcola alone is not enough. Shut the hell up, Paz. Bradley Barcola alone is not enough. And the other thing is, I can't use Fabrizio just from a positive perspective. Fabrizio Romano keeps bringing up Cody Gakpo to Spurs. Thank you, Akia. Thank you, Akia. I can't keep saying if we sign Bradley Barcola, I want you to apologize in the chat. Okay? And you have to change your name from Voodoo Lewis to Husam's bitch. If you agree, I will respect you forever. But you have to agree to it. Anyway. The Gakpo links to Spurs aren't going away. You don't have to rate Cody Gakpo. You don't have to rate Cody Gakpo. You don't even need to think Cody Gakpo is a good player. You can't. It's okay if you don't think that. My problem is bodies. My problem is how many bodies? How many bodies? You get me? How many bodies? How many bodies? How many players, can we have? How many? Because at some point in time, you're gonna have to have a player in the correct position. You're gonna have to have players. You're gonna have to have bodies. You're gonna have to have quantities. That's the truth. That's the truth. We can't put ourselves in a position where we just have no bodies, bro. The other thing about Cody Gakpo is he can also play down the middle. He can also play down the middle. He can. Whether it's amazing, whether it's great, or whether it's crap, he can play down the middle. And we need that. And we need a player like that. Anyway, we're done with the Liverpool section. Big up to all of you guys. Please hit the like button. Please subscribe to the channel if you're ready to do so. I'm feeling democratic today. Tell me, what do you want to talk about next? Man United or Arsenal? You guys choose in the chat. Man United or Arsenal? Yeah, we do need a Gakpo because we ain't got enough bodies. We ain't got enough bodies. Man United or Arsenal, chat. You guys decide. I'm going to let you guys decide. Hit the like button, boys. Subscribe to the channel if you're ready to do so. Every single one of you, please like, subscribe now. Who? Paz, that's 3 out of 10 rage bait. Arsenal or Man United, chat. Choose. Habibi, I'm not telling you to choose who you support. I'm telling you, tell me what's the next topic of the stream. Hi, Hussam. Okay, this super chat is about Man United. You wanna know something? Let's talk about Man United. Let's talk about them. Them specifically. Let's talk about them. Sean, if you're still in the chat, please send me the link to the Fabrizio tweet, Sean. Sean is becoming like my assistant. Send me the link to the Fabrizio tweet where he says United are gonna sign one more midfielder. So let's talk about let's talk about Man United. Big up to all of you guys locked in. Please hit the like button. Please subscribe to the channel if you're ready to do so. Every single one of you guys, please like and subscribe now. Every single one of you, please stop what you're doing. Like and subscribe right here, right now. Tweet me the link. Hi, Hussam. Since 2013, Man United haven't challenged, even though they came second twice. They were way behind the winners. Now their fans want to challenge. I'm going to tell you guys something honestly. Man United's biggest enemy is actually Man United fans. There is no one that's a bigger enemy to Man United other than their fans. Putting extremely high expectations on Manchester United. Putting unbelievably high expectations on their own club is their own worst enemy. Sean, can you email it, please? All these expectations being out of control will actually be the downfall of their own club. If you come, exactly, Benito knows already. If you're a United fan and you're expecting your team to win the league, you're already putting yourself in a failed scenario. You're already putting yourself... You sent the same link, buddy. You sent the Barcola one. Okay, never mind. Received. If you do this, you put yourself in the wrong position already. Let me show you Fabrizio's tweet. This is very important, but I'm just speaking to the Man United fans through AMT super chat. You're already setting your club up to fail if you're expecting a league win. Now, let me put up this tweet by Fabrizio Romano. Manchester United want to sign one more midfielder after Tielemans and Andre Santos. Plan to add one more defensive player after Casemiro's exit. Not over yet. Guys, I hate to say this. I am Man United biggest hater on the planet. However, I think Man United are cooking right now. Unlike John James, I'm actually objective, despite the fact that I hate Man United. I'm very objective. I think Man United are cooking. And I think the Man United fans complaining right now, I don't think they really understand the direction their club is headed in. They're cooking right now. You know who Man United are moving like? Can I tell you guys who Man United are moving like? Yes, but Trevor Ali, you know, let me tell you the problem with you. You are an Arsenal fan. From your perspective, it's not cooking. But Man United are not Arsenal. They are not the current league champions. You're the current league champion. So for you, cooking is Bruno Guimaraes. For you, cooking is Bradley Barcola, Julian Alvarez. That's your level of cooking. This for Man United is cooking. Am I lying? Am I lying? Can I tell you who they're moving like? Can I tell you who they're moving like? I think Man United are moving like Liverpool in like 2016, 2017, 2018. They're moving like us when we used to make the smart transfers. And that's what worries me. You see the money that they were going to pay for Elliot Anderson? They took that money and they bought, they're going to buy, I'm assuming, probably 3 midfield with it. The Elliot Anderson money, they went and they spent it on Tielemans, Andre Santos, and I'm assuming that the third guy that they're going to buy is Manu Kone. I'm going to ask the chat a question. I'm feeling democracy. Put 1 in the chat if you think that Man United are cooking. Put 2 in the chat if you don't think that they're cooking. And put 3 in the chat if you're unsure. 1, cooking. 2, not cooking. 3, unsure. Paz, can you be serious for once? So we've got cooking, not cooking, not cooking, unsure, unsure, cooking, 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 unsure, cooking, unsure, unsure, cooking, unsure, cooking, unsure, 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 cooking, not cooking, not cooking, cooking, not cooking, cooking, unsure. Oh, you're here. But you were in the comment section telling people that I speak about Man United for views. Oh my God. I hate that guy so much for normalizing this. You know, I you know there's a word that Paz uses that I don't like to use. It rhymes with plastic. The first word is S, the first letter is S, and the last letter is S. But sometimes you have to use it for people, honestly. One guy has normalized it, and now everyone's just being absolutely plastic online. Now, most people are saying either unsure or cooking. Let me tell you why I think they're cooking. Paz uses that word a lot. I don't like to use it because some people think it's insulting, but there's no other way to explain the behavior of some people. You speak about Arsenal, you're doing it for views. You tell your opinion on Liverpool, you're doing it for views. You tell your opinion on Man United, you're doing it for views. You tell your opinion on Chelsea, you're doing it for views. Everything is doing it for views. Everyone's always psychoanalyzing YouTubers. How about I'm just telling my opinion? Ya akhi, I hate Man United. Inshallah they get relegated. Ya Rab, Adhan al-Maghrib is happening right now. Inshallah Man United get relegated. I pray Man United get relegated to finish 20th. I hope they cease to exist. But why should there be an ulterior motive to every opinion? Why can't I just have an opinion and say it publicly? Like, it's mental. Everyone's entitled to their opinion. Like, just say your own opinion. John, I'm just pulling your leg, bro. Calm down. Everyone's entitled to their opinion. Me personally, I think Man United is cooking. I'll tell you why. Look, I think Man United are moving like us in 2016, 2017, you're taking the money that you could have spent on one player and you're spending it on 3-4 players. Let me tell you why the Arsenal fans and the Liverpool fans don't think Man United are cooking. The reason why you don't think that they're cooking, why some people don't think they're cooking, I'm going to say not all, is because Liverpool, Arsenal, and Man City over the last 5-6 years have operated at a higher standard. Meaning, if Liverpool signed Andre Santos and Tielemans, I wouldn't say that we're cooking. If Arsenal signed Tielemans and Andre Santos, I wouldn't say that they're cooking. Man United needs stability. Man United in the Premier League from 2013 till this day, John James will agree, all the Man United fans will agree, has been like this. Up, down, up, down, up, down. Season really good, season really crap. Season really good, season really crap. Season really good, season really crap. Man United needs stability. That's why Kev doesn't get this. He thinks I'm cooking his club when I'm not. If Man United finish in the top 4 and they do well in the Champions League, and, you know, they get knocked out in the round of 16 or whatever in the quarters by a PSG or something, and they maintain their position in the Champions League, that's called stability. And that's what Man United need. Man United, as things stand, lack stability. They're not stable. They're not a stable institution. They have a one good season, one bad season. How do you achieve stability? By improving the floor. Everyone's worried about raising Man United's ceiling. Raise the floor. Your floor is Ugarte. Your floor is Luke Shaw. Your floor is Lenioro, who's a kid. Your floor is Amad Diallo with 2 goals and 2 assists this whole season. That's your floor. You need to raise the floor. That's how you become a stable institution. Why are Chelsea in the mud? Because their floor is Garnacho. Their floor is Pedro Neto. Their floor is Chalobah. Their floor is players like that. Malo Gusto is their floor. They need to raise their floor. Their floor is so crap. Man United starting 11. Man United starting 11 is not bad. Who's their starting 11? Tielemans, De Ligt, Lisandro Martinez, Mazraoui, Luke Shaw, and then last season they had Casemiro, Meno, Bruno, Mbuemo, Cunha, Sesko. That's a very good starting 11. That's not a bad starting 11. The problem for them is their floor, their backup players, their squad. Their squad is dreadful. Now, there is something that I will question about the Tielemans signing, and this is me just being objective. From a football perspective, Paz will know this because he's played football. You cannot play Menu and Tielemans in the same double pivot because you will get abused on the counter-attack. So you have to rotate between Menu and Tielemans. And that's exactly why this tweet is dangerous. This tweet is dangerous for the exact reason that I said. According to Fabrizio Romano, they are going to add one more defensive player. That's what makes this dangerous. The only way you can play Tielemans and Menu in the same midfield is if you have a DM next to them who can stop counterattacks, or else you will get abused on the counter. This is exactly why you need a DM. If Man United go out there and sign Manu Kone, if they go out there and sign a defensive midfielder that's capable of tackling and stopping and is physical and is a defensive presence, he can cook. Now, let me say why Man United fans are Man United's biggest enemy. Many people online are complaining about the signing of Andre Santos. They're complaining about the signing of Tielemans. And they're essentially complaining about everything that their club does. There are certain Man United fans online that are categorically complaining about every single decision Man United make online. What does this lead to? Extra pressure on Carrick, extra pressure on the players, extra pressure at Old Trafford, extra pressure at the stadium. People are expecting Michael Carrick to win the league. People are expecting Michael Carrick to challenge. People are expecting Michael Carrick to win the Champions League. I didn't want Tielemans and Santos. I wanted Chouameni and Barcola. Great. Let's assume you signed only Chouameni and Barcola. One of them gets injured. All of a sudden, the same players from last season are starting again. And then you need to rotate in the Champions League. You need to rotate in the Premier League. And all of a sudden, the same players that you all hate and dislike are starting again. Man United fans need to adjust their expectations. And they need to understand that stability is your biggest issue. For 13 years, all you've done consistently is good season, bad season, good season, bad season, good season, bad season. Bad season, David Moyes. Good season, Van Gaal. Bad season, Van Gaal. Good season, Mourinho. Bad season, Mourinho. Good season, I don't know who. Bad season, Oli. Good season, Oli. Bad season, Amarim. Good season, Carrick. It's been the same exact thing over and over and over and over again. It's just a revolving cycle of good and bad, good, bad, good, bad, good, bad, good, bad. That's why if Man United, remember Louis van Gaal's army. If Man United now have stability and they finish third and do well in the Champions League, or fourth and do well in the Champions League, that is exactly what the doctor ordered. That's exactly what they need, Blunt. That's exactly what they need. They need an element of stability. You know? I saw that tweet, Sean. I saw the tweet about Tielemans playing 60,000 minutes. That's why you need to understand, I think Tielemans is not coming in to start every single game. By the way, this is one thing I'm going to say. I don't think Yuri Tielemans will start every single game. He played a lot of minutes, but I don't think he will start every single game. I think Yuri Tielemans will get rotated. And Man United needs stability. Now we come to the one negative about Man United. And there is one negative. And I'm sorry, guys, but I'm going to go ahead and say it. I'm going to go ahead and say it. I'm not sorry. You know, I'm glad this happened, but I'm going to go ahead and say it. The one negative about Man United is, finish the sentence, Michael Carrick. For me, I stick by me saying Michael Carrick getting the full-time job is the wrong decision. If I was in charge of Man United, I would have gotten someone who is a lot more experienced, because they need someone to guide them through this next phase. Because Man United, Michael Carrick will get eaten alive in the press conferences, and I don't know how he will feel with the pressure of Man United fans. Because the one thing that we can all admit, Man United manager with no pressure is completely different than Man United manager under pressure. The perfect example is Louis van Gaal. Erik ten Hag. Let me use Erik ten Hag as the example, and then you will understand what I'm saying. When Erik ten Hag came in after Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, he had no pressure on him. He finished third, won the Carabao Cup. The following season, with pressure, with expectations, all Man United fans start to psychoanalyze his press conferences, talk about every single word he says in the press conference, psychoanalyze all his starting 11, psychoanalyze all his tactics. The pressure built up, and he ended up finishing 8th or 7th or 9th, wherever the hell he finished. And Man United won the FA Cup and then dipped. So that's the thing. So for me, I actually think, if anything, the pressure is in Man United fans' hands. If Man United fans adjust expectations and they're normal, their club will succeed. But if Man United fans show the arrogance that many do show on YouTube and online, and do the whole, we're Man United, we're expected to win the league and all this, they are asking for their club to crumble. And just so you know how objective I'm being, you can ask people in the chat right now, they'll tell you, I've been saying the same exact thing about my own club. If Liverpool Football Club expect Andy Iraola to win the league next season with signings like Munoz and the Rayo Vallecano right back and I don't know who at centre back, we are setting up Iraola to fail. Adjust your expectations to what your board is doing. Adjust your expectations to where your club is. You want to know what I want to see at Liverpool? I want to see great football. I want to see us just be there and thereabout and win a domestic cup. That's it. I don't expect Raiola to win the league. How can I? How can I expect Raiola to win the league? How can I? I can't. I can't. I'm sorry. Many Liverpool fans online are doing the same thing. They're expecting Raiola to win the league. I can't expect Raiola to win the league. I can't. I can't. Salah is gone. Robertson is gone. Konate is gone. Gakpo is linked to move away. McAllister is linked to move away. I can't expect the new manager to come in and win the league because I'm setting him up to fail. And now apply that to Man United and it's the same exact thing. I see Man United fans online going like, I want to show money so we can win the league. Who told you can win the league aslan? You are putting unnecessary pressure on your manager and you're setting him up to fail. That's the only negative I think about Man United. But from a transfer perspective, from a signing perspective, I completely believe that Man United are cooking and they're headed in the right direction. And I say that with a lot of sour grapes because I don't want Man United to be fixed. I want Man United to stay a shit institution. But unfortunately, I don't see that happening. Unfortunately, I don't see that happening. I see Man United, if they continue to make intelligent transfers and intelligent signings, getting better, improving. And that's what I see. Big up to all of you guys. Please hit the like button, subscribe. We're going to move on, talk about Arsenal. Please close the live chat. Hit the like button right here, right now. Every single one of you right here, right now. Please close the live chat. Hit the like button. John James, did you like my Man United segment? Was I objective enough? Register Cab, do you think I was objective enough? Make sure you guys are liking and subscribing. Before I move on to Man United, let me grab these supers. Guys, thank you to everyone who sends in a super chat. Thank you to everyone who likes, everyone who subscribes, everyone who follows me on Instagram. I'm going to give you a shout out. Let me look who followed me on Instagram now before we move on to talk about Arsenal. Asana. Oh, we got 13 new followers. Let me shout them out. Shout out to Mputo James. Shout out to Zolil. Shout out to Brian Bruce. Shout out to FK Cologne. Shout out to Devon Killian. Shout out to Ahram Meme. Gerhard, Okpa, Obo, John Joseph. Shout out to Zach Pinchas. Shout out to RG. Randy the Goat. Shout out to all of you for following me on Instagram. Everyone who follows me on Instagram in this stream will get a shout out. The link is in the pinned comment at Don Hussam6. Now, big up to my wife, Yang, for the super chat. Oh, that's Japanese yen. Arigato. Thank you. It feels like Liverpool under Klopp. People were saying, who the hell is Salah? Who the hell is Robertson? Who the hell is Firmino back then? Me and you think the same thing. Me and you think the same thing. I just said, I think Man United are moving like Liverpool in 2016, 2017. You're making all the smart signings. I fully believe it, by the way. I fully believe it. I think you're making all the smart signings. Tielemans, squad player, improves the floor. Andre Santos, squad player, improves the floor. And the other thing is, people aren't deeping this. Andre Santos signing also weakens Chelsea. And let me tell you why some Man United fans are very strange online. I have never seen in my life a situation like the Andre Santos situation. Chelsea fans are crying that they sold him, and Man United fans are crying that they bought him. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? How is the selling club fans upset and the buying club fans upset? It's like if we sold Virgil van Dijk to Arsenal, you would expect that we would be upset that he's sold, but Arsenal fans would be happy to buy him. How can the selling club fans be upset? It's just, I've never seen anything like it, really. But thanks so much, Yang. I agree with you completely. We should have ended with LFC. Now I feel worse. That's exactly why I said adjust your expectation. You're expecting Raiola to win the league. You're a fraud. I'm sorry. Expecting Raiola to win the league is fraudulence. Right, Hussam, Carrick came with no pressure. You know, AMT, I love you. I love you. Because not only you support the channel, you create conversations and you understand where I'm coming from. You understand where I'm coming from. Ya akhi, when Carrick was first hired, there was no expectation at all. Please don't give me the buzzwords. Every Man United manager has an expectation. Don't say the dumb shit, guys. Please, let's be objective. No one expected anything from Michael Carrick. Next season, he's walking into the season where you have expectations. Where you have expectations. And having expectations means that Michael Carrick is under danger. Big up to Shiva for following me. Big up to Mari for following me. And big up to, I don't know how to say your name. Arlie for following me. Big up to you. Expectations should be stability, good football, integration, and becoming better. That's it. Big up to Aquia, who says, we're not united. They don't have Verts or Isak or even the Barcola you like so much, who we might get. I refuse to forfeit the season already. I'm not asking you to forfeit the season. I'm saying, let's look at the signings that we make. If we make good signings, fairs. If we don't, how can I expect Iraola to win the league, Habibi? طب يا أخي, convince me. Ya Habibi, convince me. I want to be convinced. I want to be convinced. Please convince me. How can Iraola win the league, akhi? Please convince me. I'm begging. By the way, I'm going to drop a video tomorrow and you guys won't like it. And the title of the video will be, I'm worried about Man United, because they will leave us behind if we continue the stupidity. So people need to wake up. What do you think about Nico Paz? I like Nico Paz. I think he's a decent player. I'm not like a huge watcher of the Serie A or anything. I watch mainly the Premier League, and I watch a bit of La Liga and a bit of Ligue A in the background because it's on BN Sports. I'm not like a huge Serie A like guy, you know. I watched every now and then, but he has been cooking for Como, and you know, he's obviously someone that Real Madrid want in their team. So when you're wanted by Real Madrid, there is a level, like there's a level that you are. That's why when Liverpool fans pretend that McAllister is a bad player, it makes me laugh, because I'm like literally like Madrid want. Now, I want to talk about Arsenal. Big up to all of you guys. Please like, subscribe, all that stuff. Actually, I'm going to combine Arsenal and Man City in the same section. I'm going to combine Arsenal and Man City in the same section. As things stand, mashallah, Drifty's ain is unbelievable. As soon as he said it about my mic, it kept falling. Anyway. Make sure you guys are liking and subscribing. Follow me on the Insta. Everyone who follows me on Insta, I'm going to give you a shout out. So please follow me on Instagram, like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're ready to do so. Every single one of you, please like and subscribe now. Shout out to Meina for following me on Instagram. Shout out to Ankur for following me on Instagram. Where are you from? Ankur, are you Nepalese? Because I see the mountains behind you. You might be Nepalese, eh? Anyway. Now, here's the thing. Arsenal and Man City. As of today, as things stand, big up to Sheik, big up to you, Sheik. Big up. I think two clubs can win the league. Arsenal and Man City. I think these are the two clubs objectively that can win the league. Do you speak Urdu? Or do you speak Hindi? Or do you understand it? I think objectively two clubs can win the league as things stand as of today. Arsenal and Man City. I think Arsenal are going to win the league again. However, I have to objectively look at the Manchester City signings, and I've got to say that I think Man City are also headed in the smart direction. However, they're ruining the transfer window. But I'll come to that in a bit. Arsenal Football Club. Zubimendi doesn't want to come to the Premier League. He wants to stay in the mountains of San Sebastian. He ends up joining Arsenal. Julian Alvarez won't leave La Liga. Julian Alvarez is not going to leave. His wife said he won't leave, blah, 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 blah. If he has his mind on leaving Atletico Madrid, and Atletico don't want to sell him to Barca, and Atletico don't want to sell him to Real Madrid, where else is he going to go? Let's be objective about this. Maybe he joins Arsenal, and Arsenal send Jokeres the other way because Jokeres suits that Atletico system, that Atletico counter-attacking style. You know, with Arsenal, I think it's very funny how people, even after Arsenal have won the league, are almost still saying the same stupid shit. I've never seen anything like it. I have never seen anything like it before in my life. Even after Arsenal win the league, they're still saying the same dumb shit. I have never ever seen people move as crazy as this. People online are minimizing Arsenal's league win. People online are pretending that Arsenal's league win is crap. People online are pretending that what Arsenal doing is like some fake thing. They only won it on set pieces. Habibi, you spent the whole season telling us that you don't think Arsenal will get over the line. You spent the whole season telling us that you don't think Arsenal are good enough. But Habibi, Arteta got it over the line. And Arsenal won the league. Why are you still complaining? Why? I think Arsenal have probably the smartest transfer window. I think Arsenal have the smartest transfer window approach. They're getting exactly what they need of a certain quality. And I'll tell you the difference between Arsenal and the other teams. Arsenal don't need anything crazy done to their squad. They just need 2 or 3 players and they're ready. Khalas, they can win the league again. If Arsenal sign a very good winger and Arsenal sign Zolas as backup and then they go and sign Bruno Guimaraes, they're ready. What more you need? They don't need anything else. Let's be objective about this. What actually do they need any more than this? If Arsenal signs, who's a left winger that they're linked with? Let's assume, because of what Fabrizio says today, let's assume Barcola joins Liverpool, right? Because of what Fabrizio said, where he put the eyes on the Liverpool Barcola stuff, so he doesn't do this. He doesn't do this thing. Let's assume the same thing. Who do they sign for left wing? This is a question I'm asking all of you in the chat, regardless who you support. All of you, let me know. Who? Yahi. Okay, answer the question, chat. I'm going to answer this while you guys answer the question. Tell me a left winger other than Barcola Arsenal will sign. Starter. I'm talking about starting left wing. Yahi, let me tell you one thing. There is one thing called Arsenal hate, and there is one thing called just being plastic. Like your brain cells stop to function. Your point last season was Arsenal can't get over the line because they've got Mikel Arteta. Tab Habibi, they got over the line now. They got over the line. Khalas, they did it. So what are you bitching about? I don't understand. This is the one thing I just categorically do not understand. Like, your point, your claim was that they can't get over the line. Okay, they got over the line. What are you complaining about? I don't understand. I legitimately don't understand it. Like, they won the league already. So this notion that they can't get over the line, they already got over the line. They already did. That's the thing. That's the truth. You can say all these buzzwords that people have taught you that it's cute to say online. You're glazing and all this dumb shit. But at the end of the day, they got over the line already. Now, I see most people in the chat saying Morgan Rogers. Now, I believe Morgan Rogers is a good player. Obviously Liverpool wanted him as well. So I spoke about him positively even when we wanted him. I like Morgan Rogers. I think Morgan Rogers is a very good signing. I think he's a very good player. I think he brings a lot to the table. Morgan Rogers, that is. I think he's a very good player. Here's the thing with Morgan Rogers that he provides. He provides someone who can play down the left-hand side and who can play in the number 10. So from an objective perspective, from that perspective, it is a completely positive signing for Arsenal if they do get Morgan Rogers. Here's the other side of the argument when it comes to Morgan Rogers. He won't be as good as a winger as Barcola or any touchline wingers that are out and out wingers. That's the thing. There is a huge difference. There's a huge difference between an out and out winger, like someone who is used to playing left wing, and getting like a hybrid who can play on the left hand side and play on the number 10. Now, here's the thing with Morgan Rogers. I do think that he is massively overpriced, though. I can't lie. 130 million, in my opinion, is too much money for Morgan Rogers. I do think that it's too much money for Morgan Rogers. It's just too much money for him. As much as he improves Arsenal's team, as much as he improves Arsenal's squad, as much as he makes Arsenal better, I do think that it's a lot of money. And I think Arsenal, to an extent, need an out-and-out touchline winger who can get past his fullback consistently, who can create chances. Now, with Martinelli and Trossard leaving, with both of them leaving their football club, with both of them, you know, like, with both of them linked to leaving, Trossard is already gone. Trossard is already gone to, like, you know, what's it called? Didn't he move to Besiktas or Fenerbahce clubs? Trossard is already moved, obviously. You got Martinelli linked to a move away. So now their left-hand side is empty. Besiktas, sorry, yeah, Besiktas. If you signed Zolis as a backup player and you go and sign an out-and-out winger, you get Bruno G, and you do like a, what's it called, like a trade with Atletico using jokers and get Alvarez, you're good to go. For me, I don't think Arsenal need any more defenders. I think your defensive depth is the best in the league. I think Arsenal's defensive depth is by far the best defensive depth in the league. I think they have all what it takes. I think they have all what it takes in the defensive areas. They do. I think they have all what it takes. The defensive areas are solid. The defensive areas are ready. And I think they're good to go. They have all what they need in that position. The only question mark in their defense is probably like a starting level right back. Maybe if they want to sign like a, what's his name, that Newcastle kid? What's the name of that Newcastle kid who plays right back? Forgot his name. Anyway, that Newcastle kid that plays right back, I forgot his name. Unless that's the case, I don't think that they need anything else in defense. Livramento, yes. The problem is with Livramento, Newcastle are taking the piss with the price tag. That's the problem with Livramento. That's the problem with Livramento. They're absolutely taking the piss with the price tag. They are. And I don't think that Newcastle are going to get that much money for Livramento either. Now, from Man City's perspective, that's the only other club that can win the league, in my opinion. Manchester City are ruining the transfer window for us all. If you're going to give 100 million euros to Leeds for Ayoub Bouaddi, and you're going to pay 125 million for Elliot Anderson, of course PSG are going to ask for 110 million for Bradley Barcola. Of course. I put myself in PSG's place. Imagine I'm Nasser Al-Khelaifi. Imagine I'm getting the call from Liverpool and from Arsenal that they want Bradley Barcola. Imagine. Why should I sell him for less money than that? Manchester City are making their squad better. They're making their team better. If they sign Ayoub Bouaddi, I think it's a fantastic signing. I think if they signed Elliot Anderson, I think Elliot Anderson is nothing special, but Ayoub Bouaddi, Elliot Anderson, I think that's very good signings for their summer. And I think they're the only ones that can win the league alongside Arsenal. I don't think anyone else can win the league as things stand. Maybe I will change my mind as the season progresses. Maybe I'll change my mind, you know, when it comes to the signings and stuff like this. Of course, there are new signings, new players, new expectations. But I think City can also win the league. Now, what do Manchester City need now? After signing, Elliot Anderson, they probably do need Ayoub Bouaddi, and maybe they need, another center back, maybe another defensive player. I think City are also in the same thing as Arsenal are. City need 2 or 3 signings, and that's it. City can afford to do the whole, 120 on Anderson, 100 on Ayoub Bouaddi, and then go sign one more player for like 60, 70 million. They can afford to do that. Because they don't need like improvements in the whole team. They need 3 players to get better. Same thing with Arsenal. They need 3 players to get better. So whichever ones do better at their respective football clubs will probably be the club that wins the league. That's how I look at it. And I believe eventually Arteta's experience at winning the league, which is like, I know it's probably a funny statement for some of you guys to hear, but it's the truth. He's the only manager in the Premier League currently who's a Premier League champion. The rest literally aren't. Pep Guardiola is gone, Slot is gone. Anyone who has a league title to his name is gone. Klopp is gone. So they need someone, who improves their team, who improves their squad. And these 2 to 3 to 4 players that they will sign, these 3 players that they will sign have to have a certain level of quality, because Manchester City and Arsenal don't have time to develop kids. They don't have time to develop youth players. They don't have time to improve players like that, which is why I actually think City signing Bouaddi is a bit surprising, because I would have thought they would have went for someone a bit more experienced. I would have personally thought that, they would have went for someone a bit more experienced. However, as a player, I refer to him as a Gravenberch that can pass. I think he's very good defensively. I think he's very good defensively, and I think he's someone that is good on the ball too. So I just think that, with Arsenal, with Manchester City and this whole situation, I think with that situation, it's just a situation where I see Arsenal winning the league and City competing, but I think City will eventually fall short. However, they are ruining the transfer window. They're ruining the transfer window for everyone, because they're paying crazy amounts of money for some of these players that, in my opinion, with all due respect, are not worth it. But we will see, because if they do make these 2 or 3 signings for 300 million and they end up winning the league, then in their eyes, it will become a signing that's worth it, because Manchester City have went 2 years without winning a league now. So you have to expect them next season to bounce back. So now it becomes, will the Maresca bounce back be positive? Will he have that Slot effect where he comes in after an amazing manager and wins the league, or will he have a negative effect on the team? That will be the thing that's found out. In terms of Arsenal, I think they're ready to go. I think they're cooking. I don't think they need much in their team. 2, 3 forward line players, maybe 1 midfielder, and that's it. They're ready to go again and win it again. Anyway, this was your daily transfer news. Thank you guys so much for joining us on yet another stream. I appreciate you all. Let me see if anyone followed me on Instagram to get a shout out. Make sure you guys are liking the video on your way out. Make sure you guys are subscribing to the channel if you're yet to do so. We have shouted out everyone that followed us on Instagram. Big up to you guys, man. And thank you guys so much as always. Please like the video on your way out. Do subscribe to the channel if you're yet to do so. Add Don Hussam6 for the follow. Love you all. And I'm going to send you guys over to my Spain France watch along. And I'll see you guys then. Peace out, Habibis.